Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Movie Battles, our second pre-recorded episode of Movie Battles, again featuring the legendary Jacob. How you going, mate?
G'day, thanks for having me again this week in this episode that definitely wasn't recorded directly after the last one, but thanks for accommodating my not that busy schedule, but excited to do this one. We've just sort of cobbled together this topic
Yes.
last minute, but it's a good one. There's a lot of good stuff here.
Yes, we are recording back-to-back, and Jeff's just suddenly had to leave because he's got some issues with his internet company. So
Shout out to the NBN, fucking
yes.
useless.
Yeah,
So
they're great guys.
we ditched the category we were going to do because it was too broad for 3 people, and we come up with a new one really quickly. So not a lot of research has been done, but we're doing Matt Damon and Ben Affleck films. We're going to go. I think we're going to go. You have to pick at least 2 of one of them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
can't just load up on Damon, who's clearly got the stronger resume.
Yeah. I think that makes sense, but they're in a couple together, so you could probably manipulate it yourself anyway. We'll do the duck race to see who goes. First of all, actually, we'll talk to Jacob about the film draft because more people watch at the start of the show than the end. So Jacob has his own podcast.
Early.
Yes, the film draft. It's a very good podcast. I love it. You guys do the same thing we do here?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe just a bit more tightly structured, but no more organized. Very much still just like cobbling together shit. But like, yeah, no, we get a lot of guests, a lot of like of our Aussie mates, but then we get a lot of like American movie critics that we know through this little online community on there. And we've had Wayno on, so you go check out his episode. We're on Spotify and Apple and everything, so pretty easy to find. But if you just follow us on Instagram at the Film Draft, that's where we post everything we're doing. And probably going to try and get Adsy on sometime soon as well. But yeah, it's pretty. If you enjoy this, you'll enjoy what we do, I reckon. Similar, just sort of like bit of fun. Like we try to have a sense of humor about it and still have our little pretentious monologues about the artsy films we like too. You know, it's a balance.
Yes. There's one thing for sure about my YouTube channel and this channel, which I'm also on, is I don't like structure. Whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth, and that's the order we do it in. So yes, that is for sure. I like to think we're the more bogan version of your podcast.
Yeah, I mean we can roll around in the mud a bit as well, but yeah.
Yeah, we do drop a couple of F and C bombs.
Swearing is encouraged on our show too. Don't worry, on Australian not to, but
all right, we'll get stuck into it then. We'll do the duck race, which I have actually set up beforehand this time. We've got 5 ducks each, and away we go. We're all pretty even at the moment.
Come on, I've got the house riding on this.
Yeah, I feel so much more comfortable coming on your show now, mate. Fucking drop a couple of bombs.
Me and Adsy are out front. That means Jacob's probably going to come.
That's not what you want to be.
Well, here comes Adsy.
Hold the phone.
Oh no, Adsy overtakes Adsy to take the W.
Adsy again.
This is like 4 in a row. What the hell's going on?
Jacob, and I'm last
3
again.
of the top 4.
Jeez.
Nice. And I'm last again, so which isn't too bad, I don't think. Anyway, I don't have to move the screens around. I do. We're in the opposite order.
Yeah.
All right, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. What's your number one? Ads?
100%. Just got the 4K. It's The Departed. The Departed. I don't think I don't think I've really picked this or talked about it at all. But it's probably my 3rd favorite Scorsese film after Goodfellas and Casino. And I know a lot of people have problems with it because it's a remake or a sort of a remake.
I'm sorry, but I've seen the original. The Departed is just better.
It is. Infernal Affairs is fantastic, all right? It's got the storyline of the moles going into the police department and into the crooks. But the screenplay is hilarious, right? The banter between Mark Wahlberg and any other character
Wahlberg's
that he
so
talks
good
to. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Are you saying we're not doing our jobs? Because that would make us
yeah,
cunts. Are you calling us cunts?
You calling us cunts? Yeah, and yeah. My theory on feds that like mushrooms, feed them shit and keep them in the dark. You girls have a good day.
How are you? Good.
Yeah.
I'm tired from fucking your mother. How is your mother? Good. She's tired from fucking my father.
Fucking my father. Oh god. And we could go on and on, but like not just that, like some of the shit in this, like there's a scene at the end between two certain characters, Matt Damon and Leo DiCaprio, in an elevator, and yeah, that happens, and
Yeah.
there's some crazy shit, and Jack Nicholson in it. I mean, he literally pulls out a real gun when he's in that restaurant scene with DiCaprio, and you could tell DiCaprio's just like, what the fuck? But yeah.
Or the bit at the start where Nicholson like executes someone, and then he's just like, huh, she fell funny.
She fell funny.
Yeah.
Francis, you really need to see somebody.
It's an absolute masterpiece, isn't it? Like it's I used to always say Goodfellas and Casino were my favorite Scorsese's, but I think The Departed's overtaken them for me. Like I just love it.
It is my favorite, but it is probably the one I watched like at the most formative time in my life, which is always gonna like have a say in it. But yeah, no, it's such a robust crime film. It's got everything you could ever want from it.
Yeah. I reckon we all would have probably picked it number one. I definitely would have.
Yeah, it was my number two, so I escape a little bit there and still get to pick my number one.
Ooh, okay.
So should I do that now? Okay. Well, I'm going Damon here as well. I think could be a bit Damon heavy, but like Wayno said, we have to pick two from each person. But this is one of my top 5 favorite films of all time. It just will never leave that spot. And that is Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Matt Damon's not the lead, but he is the titular character and the thing the entire film revolves around. But one night when I was like maybe 11, a friend of mine sat me down and we watched Die Hard and Saving Private Ryan for the first time in one night. That was a huge night for young me. But yeah, it's just such an incredible film, such a great crop of characters and character actors who just like defined so much of what the 90s are all about. And I still think of that group of soldiers as like friends that I know and you grow to become attached to. And yeah, just absolutely love that film. It's the opening 40 minutes is what everyone talks about as like the greatest battle scene ever. But just, I think everything that follows is just such a testament to Spielberg's genius as like a visceral filmmaker, just in terms of images that pop and perfect plotting and pacing and everything. Yeah, it's the GOAT. It's my favorite war film.
Yeah, 100% agree with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been close to picking it myself since I've got 2 picks, but yeah. Amazing movie. I like what you said. It shows our age. You said you watched Die Hard and Saving Private Ryan for the first time in the same night. I saw Die Hard about 50 times before Saving Private Ryan even got released.
Hey, look, I was 11, we got to start somewhere.
Makes me old. Makes me feel old. Actually, no, my ailing body makes me feel old.
Yeah. Hey, look, most of my friends are younger than me, so like I like to. I come here. It's the one place I get to feel young.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am 26 years old, actually.
Oh, are you really? Oh,
yeah.
I am really old.
Yeah, I've almost got 20 years on you. 17. This is
Why
really
not?
weird because my next 2 favorite movies, I picked 1 and 2 last week.
I think we have the same next 2 movies, Wayno.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Like, what do I do? Do I pick them or do I go something different? I feel like I can't not pick them. They're absolute fucking
For
bangers.
fuck's sake, I'm not going to get him again.
Like I I said before, I said on the last week's episode about Interstellar, it's one of my favorite movies in the last couple of decades. Like I can't not pick it. So I'm definitely going to pick it. Number one.
Fair enough.
I absolutely love it. So, but I will go different with my second one. Just to be a little bit different. I'm going to take The Town. I love The Town. Everyone knows how much I love Heat, and The Town is just a rip off of Heat, but it's still fucking great.
Oh, there are so many good Heat rip-offs though. Like,
Yeah.
there's no shame in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And Ben Affleck directed it, didn't he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
It's
he's a
my
great
favorite of
director.
his directorial efforts for sure.
Yeah. Was it his first
Yeah.
one?
Gone Baby Gone was the first one, which is
Yeah.
also really good.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. So I'll take that with number 2 instead of going the other one that I went last week.
Well, I appreciate that because that's what I'm going to pick. Because I would love to pick it last week, and I'm going to pick it this week. That's Gone Girl, and Ben Affleck's the thinner member of this draft, so I'm glad to have one of the key Affleck joints on my list early. Like I said, Gone Girl's my favorite David Fincher movie. I think it's an absolute masterwork. It's my second favorite film of 2014. Rosamund Pike, incredible, and it's one of Ben Affleck's best performances. And it's a film that really sort of weaponizes his public image because he's always been an actor who's been under so much media scrutiny, whether it's for his personal life or for roles he's playing, like all the constant harassment he got over playing Batman. It's just, a great film that plays with real life, but just tells a really compelling story. And I won't add too much. We talked about it a lot on the last episode too, but Gone Girl rocks. Happy to have it.
Yeah.
Totally. Nah, it's a beauty. I've got one with both of them in it, and it kind of made both of them stars. And it's Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
And I adore this film. I have since the 90s. And it's just a really nice, feel-good film. And Matt Damon absolutely rips it, but so does Ben Affleck in certain scenes, and he's kind of the one who gets him. It gets him out of the funk that he's in about.
Wicked smart.
Yeah, he's wicked smart. But and you got the likes of Stellan Skarsgård. You got, of course, the GOAT. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Yeah. But I mean, anytime I watch this film, it just makes my day better. And if I'm in a funk, it always gets me out. And Minnie Driver's fantastic as well. But it's just a really, really top feel good film, and the acting's and the script. They both wrote it, so they both won Oscars for the script. But it's just fantastic.
It is really the ultimate Damon and Affleck team up movie, and it started their whole careers in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and it's still up. So
I remember it all when it came out. The hype was gigantic around them, and then they won the Oscar and everything. And Robin Williams is just so amazing. And I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they've said that they couldn't get it made without him because they needed a big star to sort of give it the green tick. And they said that when he first said his first few lines on set, they both started crying because they wrote those lines. It was just so amazing to see him read those lines out. Yeah, it's a great movie. I've seen it at the cinema when it came out. I might have probably saw it a couple of times back then because we used to sneak into the cinemas every day and we didn't know what movie we were going to see.
Nice.
I saw Spice World 4 times at the cinema.
Oh no! Don't want to roll the dice and get Geely.
Yeah. Next one. Wait, are you taking that as a Ben or a Matt movie?
What was the first one I did? Matt. Matt. I'll take it as a Ben.
Nah, good call.
I'm gonna go with The Bourne Identity, the original.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, that started like the whole franchise basically. There's it's very close. Which one? I just like this one because it's straight up. It's straight. It's straight up bull terror with the storyline and the action and you know, and I have to admit, like, I love Paul Greengrass as a director. He directed 2 and 3 and Jason Bourne, but for me, Doug Lyman's direction in this is way better than the direction in the other two. I'm not a big fan of shaky cam, and I like just flat out seeing and the action sequences that Doug Lyman comes up with without using CGI like he does in the new fucking Roadhouse
I
film.
don't want to talk about that.
It's a load of shit, and but he actually did brilliant action scenes in the original Bourne Identity, and I love Frank Potente, and you've got old mate Clive Owen in it as well as an assassin. But yeah, I just really, really love the original. So yeah, and the freaking camera thing.
Man's camera. He's turned on the shaky cam for the Bourne.
I didn't mean to, yeah. I'm like, I hate shaky cam, but this thing is doing something. But yeah, that's my number 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And a couple
love
more of
the
those
Bourne.
that could come off the board as
Yeah.
well. But I'm not taking a Bourne movie just yet. I'm going to take another Matt Damon joint. I don't know where you guys stand on it, but this is one of my favorite sci-fi films of the last decade. I'm taking The Martian.
Yeah. No, it's not bad.
Yep.
One of my favorite comedies ever made, I think. Ridley Scott, notoriously funny man.
Good.
Yeah, just I love The Martian. It's such a great film, and it's not just like a great survival movie, but it's a great film about problem solving and teamwork, which is some of my favorite aspects when it comes to these movies about these extreme jobs and space exploration and stuff. Just the way it's so much of the film is just about, yeah, how can we figure this out logistically and scientifically? And it's really dorky and nerdy and earnest and optimistic about humanity, like the way the US works together with China and stuff in terms of pulling all their resources together to get him back. It's super cool. And Matt Damon's so great here. He's doing his thing. He's not reinventing the wheel or anything, but it's such a great starring vehicle for him. And the extended ensemble cast is really great. Killer soundtrack too. Lots of disco bangers. David Bowie song Starman, one of the greatest songs ever. And this film's the greatest use of it, I think. Yeah, love The Martian.
Would be hard. It would be hard not acting against nobody. So
yeah, for sure.
It'd be a lot harder acting against nobody as opposed to acting with people and making it believable, you know. So yeah, I think you're being polite, Adzi. You don't really like the movie that much, do you?
The Bourne Identity.
No, The Martian.
Yeah, no, I don't. But yeah, definitely. The freaking, I think it was the Golden Globes. They put it up as a fucking comedy.
Yeah, no, that was like, so fucking dumb.
You're fucking gone. Those cunts are gone.
They've tightened up on that since, I think, because of that. But yeah.
Oh, not much though. You watch these award shows and they're still fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I will say the Globes this year were better than the Oscars, I think. But that's a topic for another day. Wayno.
I agree.
I do really like The Martian as well. I've watched it a couple times. What am I going to go with? I think I'm way behind at the moment. You guys are both killing me. So maybe I'll go a bit different. And I'll pick, as a Ben movie, I'll pick... I've got 2 choices here, really. I'll go with Dogma because he's in it more.
Nice.
Oh, what'd you say? I couldn't hear.
Dogma.
Oh, love Dogma.
Yeah. I mean, they're both in it. I'll take it as a Ben because it's easier to get Matt Damon later on. I absolutely love Dogma. It's my top 3. It's in my top 3 Kevin Smith movies, and it's my third, but it's very close to the first 2. An absolutely hilarious movie, and it's got a killer cast. And Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are the highlights, I think, of the movie. They're really great as the Angels. And,
Kevin Smith movies just keep coming up whenever me and you do shows together, Wayne.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
appreciate it. I love this movie too. Beautiful, naked, big titty women don't just fall out of the
Yeah.
sky, you know.
it's an absolute pisser. So yeah, I'll take that, and I've just realised I've got to pick another one now. Dogma, and then I will go with. This is hard. There's quite a few bangers left. I'll go with fuck. You know what? I'm gonna take the other one. As Ben as well. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He's not in it much, but he plays two characters. He plays Holden, of course, when they meet him when they're on the way to Hollywood, and he also plays himself when they do fucking Good Will Hunting 2 hunting season.
Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
Yes. So I don't know if you guys count that. Is he in that?
I'll pay.
Yeah.
No, I'll pay
Yeah.
definitely. And like Holden has some great scenes in that movie, like that whole monologue where he explains like the angry losers on the IMDb forums and shit. Like great stuff.
Magnolia fan. I love that.
That probably would have been me, I reckon. Magnolia fan.
Yeah, same.
No,
so
I've
that's
just picked two Kevin Smith movies in a row.
I rate it. All right, back to me. Okay. I'll go Damon again because I literally have like 4 Damon movies ahead of the next Affleck one on my list. Sorry, Ben, I love you too, but I already got Gone Girl. But all right, I'm gonna take another 90s joint, a film I already took on my podcast not that long ago. I'm taking The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Yeah.
I just think it's one of Matt Damon's greatest performances. I haven't seen it in quite some time, so I don't have a ton to say about the nitty gritty of the movie, but it's just such a great drama that has like a dark side to it. Great cast, Jude Law, Kate Blanchett. Damon's so great, and it's sort of a different side to him that we don't always get to see. You know, we see a lot of sensitivity in it, but also like very sinister, dark side to the character. It's really, really fascinating to see Damon play in that sort of space. So I'm gonna go with that one.
That is the road. That is the road I would have went down if I didn't go down the Kevin Smith road.
Yeah, you're going like dick jokes. I'm going classy, but I love the Kevin Smith shit too, man.
Yeah. I rewatched Talented. That's another one back in the day where we used to sneak in the cinemas and watch it a bunch of times. I rewatched it recently. It's really great. It is a really great movie. It still holds up. So, got your last two, Adsy.
Well, speaking of dick jokes, I'm going to go with a Ben Affleck one, and I'm going with Mallrats.
Nice.
This for me is one of my favourite films, and it's Kevin Smith, but one of my favourite comedies of all time. And he's the proprietor of Fashionable Mail. And some of the lines in this are just gold, you know, and he's the biggest dickhead of all time. And I thought she was she told me she was 17. Then she told me she was 18. I just love the whole game show thing at the end, and he's sitting there yelling in the crowd. It's funny. But yeah, if you haven't watched Mallrats, it's my favorite Kevin Smith film, and I think it's an absolute banger. And I've got this one's got both of them in it, but I think that it's more Matt Damon, and it's School Ties. And
haven't seen that one. You finally got me.
Yeah, I got it here. It's an absolute gem, and it's really Brendan Fraser's film, but Matt Damon plays the baddie in it, basically. And I can't find it now, of course, when I actually needed it. It's on Imprint, though. You can get it from Imprint.
Yeah.
It's all about race relations. It's about a Jewish boy who goes to a school, or goes to Harvard, I think. And I think it's Harvard. And there's a bunch of racist kids in there who give him a hard time. And it's about him fighting back, and and Matt Damon's the worst of them, and so if that intrigues you, definitely check it out because it's very powerful, and all three of them, especially Matt Damon and Brendan Fraser, are brilliant in it. So,
yeah, it's one I've been meaning to watch for a long, long time.
Yeah.
All right.
Ben Affleck's got like a bit part in it. He's in it.
It still counts. You've already got 2 Affleck joints anyway. All right. I have to end on an Affleck movie, which is a shame because the Damon ones here are better. But I'm between 2. There's a movie here that Affleck's in that I definitely like the most. But I've already got a Ridley Scott movie, so I'm not quite going to pick that one because it's also a Ridley Scott movie. But I'm going to go, I think I'm not going to feel right if I don't have a fucking Kevin Smith movie on my list after you guys have grabbed him. So I'm going to go with Chasing Amy.
Oh, it was on my list, yeah.
Well, I like Clerks 2 a bit more, but if I'm taking like a Ben Affleck movie, I think it's got to be Chasing Amy. He's really, really great in that film. It's definitely one of Kevin Smith's more dramatically leaning films, but it's still got a lot of his classic comedy as well. And Affleck's really great. That's all I got to say, really. Kevin Smith well represented here. I'm glad I'm among people. Like my podcast co-host fucking hates his movies, except Clerks. He likes Clerks, but so it's just nice to be positive about it. His films recently aren't that great, but he's smoking too much weed now.
Yeah, he's definitely not AWOL, but just
some of those creating like nepotism vehicles for his daughter and shit. That's all he's doing.
I know. Oh god, 100%. And like that latest one he did, it's not. I think Clerks 3 is his latest, which I didn't like.
Yeah,
but the one before that, we were talking about it.
Yoga Hoses is genuinely one of the worst fucking films I've ever seen. Like, do not go near it.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, they're terrible.
But
it's me last. I'm going to pick a Matt Damon movie again that I would have seen in the cinemas back in the 90s. And it's Rounders.
Nice.
Yeah, beauty.
Ed Norton, John Malkovich, baby, my money. I've played
the worst impression ever, but I like it even better.
I know, I'm terrible. We need Jeff back.
No, that was better than Jeff's because it was so bad.
I've played a lot of poker over the years, a fucking lot of poker over the years. So it's one that poker players like, they love. But yeah, I'd never played poker before when I first watched it, and I loved it. So, and who doesn't love a bit of John Malkovich playing a Russian? Nothing better. So yeah, that'll round out my pardon the pun, round out my list.
Nice.
I'll do a bit of a quick recap and show what we got. So, as he went first, we'll say who we're going to vote for when we do the voting. That is hard. That is so hard. Like,
it is, yeah.
I'm going to have to go on the 5th pick, I think, because I can't split them. Which is Chasing Amy. I think I'm going to take Jacob because I can't remember. I've seen School Ties, but I just can't remember it. And Mallrats, to be honest, Mallrats and Chasing Amy are a bit lower for me in Kevin Smith, but yeah, fuck, you got Departed. Like, how do I not pick the Departed? I'll go Jacob. He's our guest, so that'll make it easier.
I don't do anything.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nah, this is because I'm sitting here staring at this like, how do I not pick the list with The Departed as well? But it's close. Like, Interstellar is an amazing top pick. And I haven't seen School Ties, unfortunately. And Bourne Identity is probably my least favorite of the 3 Bond movies, but it's still pretty great. I would have picked Supremacy, an Ultimatum, actually, I reckon, if I was going to pick one. But oh god, I don't actually really like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back that much, even though there's some really funny
Really?
bits. Yeah, it's one of my least favorite Kevin Smith movies, but I still kind of.
Oh,
But
wow.
Dogma rules. I like Dogma more than Mallrats. This is fucking hard. I'm gonna go with Wayno just for Interstellar and The Town because I like those more than like most of Adzy's list besides The Departed, which is like the best movie. Wayno, but it's like 49-51.
Fair enough,
I'm,
mate.
I know I'm not getting
Adzi.
Adzy's vote because I got The Martian, so it's all right.
Yeah. I am with
Nah,
Adzi on the
nah.
Born Identity. I prefer the Born Identity out of all of
Yeah,
them,
right.
but I love them all. What about you, Ad?
Yeah, no, again, I'm like you, T. I'm like, hang on, let me work this out. So Saving Private Ryan is my favourite war film. Gone Girl is one of my favourite feature films. I don't like The Martian. Talented Mr. Ripley is very good, but it's not like a superstar to me. And Chasing Amy is very good. Interstellar, brilliant. The Town, brilliant. Dogma, very good. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, yeah, okay. And Rounders, very good.
No love for Jay and Silent Bob here.
Fuck, I love it.
I love those characters. Just that movie, for whatever reason, didn't grab me as much as some of their other ones. But
no, I found it very over the top and cheesy, but it's still fun.
It's got the clit in it.
Yeah. I am the Click Commander. No, I'm gonna go with. Oh God, I'm gonna go with Jacob. It's Saving Private Ryan and Gone Girl. That's the only and Chasing Amy. I like Chasing Amy as well.
Well, thank Wayno for leaving Gone Girl for me, I guess.
Yeah. I couldn't take both of them. It just would have been boring.
Yeah, I probably would have. I reckon.
Yeah.
They're just that good.
It was so tempting to, but I do love The Town, so it made it a bit easier to just flip.
Got any honorable mentions, boys?
I do.
I've got one, and it's Air.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah,
I got a ton.
I had a couple that I can't remember, but I know I liked them. Was Accountant and Stay of Play.
Yeah, Accountant's fun.
What else? I nearly picked Contagion.
Yeah,
I really like that movie, and The Rainmaker. I really like those John Grisham type movies. So, and that's a pretty good one. It's not one of the best, but I do like it. That's all I got.
I got a bunch then. All right, Ford vs Ferrari, great dad movie. Yeah. I like this less than a lot of people, but I'm shocked no one picked Oppenheimer. That is a really great movie. I just didn't quite dive down to it. Ocean's 11 I love, which I forgot about until like now. So I probably would have picked that as well if I remembered it. A Born Ultimatum I love. The Last Duel was the other one I was weighing up picking. That's probably my other favorite Affleck movie here. I think it's the like proof that Ridley Scott kind of still has it, even though his last two movies after it were kind of shit. Dazed and Confused I love. Clerks 2 I love, but Affleck's like barely a cameo. Argo, another great Affleck directorial effort. Big fan of that movie. The Adjustment Bureau, I don't know if you guys have seen, but it's just this really fun at Matt Damon sci-fi film. And True Grit I'll shout out as well. Shout out to the Coen brothers. Yep.
Buddy's going to be disappointed no one picked Argo. He loves that movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Well, Buddy can Argo fuck himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given it Best Picture over the likes of Django Unchained and stuff, but it's a great film.
Yeah.
And Oppenheimer, I think it's overrated. Like, I don't think it's a bad
so
movie,
do I, but I still love it.
Yeah.
In that I think it's like a 9 out of 10 rather than a 10 out of 10 that everyone else seems to think it is. But
yeah,
I love it. I love
7,
Oppenheimer and Air, but I need to let them sink in a bit before they be on a top 5 list. But I've seen Oppenheimer 3 times and I've seen Air about 4 times. And I think they're both fantastic films, but I don't pick ones that that have at least had about 5 or 10 years. It's just not unless I'm jammed up.
You came through with a list in the end.
But yeah, no.
All right, we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up. thanks again, Jacob, for coming on again.
Yeah,
It's
cheers,
been
mate.
bloody awesome having you. Where can people find you again?
Yeah, I did all my plugs at the start in the other episode, but yeah, listen to my podcast, The Film Draft. If you like this, you'll like that. Just follow me on Instagram at Jacob Watches Films. It's right there, and I'm sharing like everything I'm doing from there, and you can find my podcast page from there as well. And that's it. Thanks, guys. No, keen to get back on again, and yeah, no, I've run out of things to say officially.
Yep. And the links are always in the description as well, so you can go down there and click them and go and give him a follow. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching all the way through. If you're here to the end, thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.